Today I'm going to talk about when it's time to venture past your original sewing machine you purchased to get going in quilting. I give everybody advice to go see a dealer. You really shouldn't be buying an online machine unless you're buying from an online dealer because you have no other choice. When you might want to move on from your beginner machine, make sure you hold on to that first machine. You might be tempted to sell it. However, if your new machine should break, should need a yearly service, you've got no backup. Always keep your original machine as a backup. So when is the time? This is going to be different for everybody. It's a price point because when you start getting into more features, you get into more money. Do your research. Find out what you're interested in. If you can get to a dealer to test drive, that would be perfect. If you can't, do your best to choose online what you think will fit your needs, because it will save you money in the end. Before I got into Bernina, I purchased a Janome machine. I read reviews upon reviews about how this machine struggled going through quilting intersections. That's when intersections come together. It would be like sewing across those 4 layers of fabric. I saw all kinds of reviews about this and I ignored them. I thought it's just a learning curve, because we all know there's a learning curve with everything. And was I wrong? When I got my Janome, it was a great machine. It sewed great, but when it came to that, it started skipping stitches and the feed dogs wouldn't feed it. I was literally pulling the fabric through the back of the machine, which is something you should never do. Read reviews. If you're seeing the same thing over and over again, trust it. When you're going to be ready for a new machine is when you are moving to quilting that is not conducive to your machine. For instance, satin stitch applique. Any zigzag will do it, but if you have more control of the width and the length of that zigzag, you're going to have a better end result. When has your skill set built to the point where you want to move on to something new? And I'm going to tell you here, do not be swayed by FOMO or fear of missing out. Try to stay away from the FOMO. Really stop and think, are you ever going to use those 900 stitches that come on your new machine? If you want a bigger throat space, the space from the machine on the right to your needle is called the throat space. It's very important, especially when you're trying to push a king-size quilt through a 6-inch throat space. It's next to impossible. If you want to move up, it often comes with a large dollar value attached to it. You can always outsource your quilting to a long arm quilter for far less than it would cost you to buy a machine with a big throat. It's your comfort zone, it's your skill set, it's your budget. Those are the things that you might want to consider when it's time to move up. Any machine comes with a learning curve. You don't have to necessarily be great with technology, but you can find your way. I hope that helps. Talk soon.